Well, hi everybody, it's Ray here. I'm the host at the Chalet in Moonstone, Ontario, Canada. It's a beautiful part of the world, and I thought I'd make this quick video to give our guests a bit of an idea as to what you can do and discover in the area. If you're looking to come up, if you've booked your trip already, or you're looking for a getaway, this will give you a little bit more of an idea as to some of the things that you can get up to when you come for your stay. Depending on the time of year, there's a whole host of things that you can get up to. Summer or winter, walks are always great. Riding your bike, we're big mountain bikers. We love the trails in the area. Restaurants nearby. There's lots of shopping, cafes, skiing, golf, even tobogganing over at Horseshoe. There's Wasaga Beach, pizza, supermarket, Costco, a lovely country produce market in Aurelia, the liquor store, of course, and even the casino. So let me take you through. I'm going to just do a map screen share and take you through some of the things that you can get up to. Okay, I guess you all know where we are here in beautiful Ontario. We're about an hour and a half north of Toronto, up through Barrie on the shores of beautiful Lake Simcoe, and the chalet is up in a tiny little village called Moonstone, which is just up here. So you're just off, I guess, the Trans-Canada Highway, which is Highway 400, heading north out of Barrie, or heading north out of Toronto, and this is the area. So I'll just pause here for one moment so I can tell you a little bit about the neighbourhood and some of the things that you can get up to. So in this area here, and you'll be able to orientate yourself when you know exactly where the chalet is, but for security reasons I won't show it now. But in this area here is a large forest that is a beautiful spot. There's trails in there. We're allowed to walk in there, and it's just a lovely spot. You'll find trails. Take your phone in case you get bushed, and you'll be wanting to head back to sort of toward line 7, etc. But you'll be able to work it out. So that's one spot. If you come out of Slalom, which is here, Slalom Drive, and you cross line 7, just here, you'll see a couple of entrances up into here. We go walking up here. It's the land up behind the Mount St. Louis area, and we haven't been told not to walk there. I don't know that it's strictly public land, but we walk there and we certainly tell our guests about it. So do so at your own risk, I guess, but it's a little bit of fun. It's beautiful. I think we've seen a bear once in the last 10 years in this area here, so your chances of actually seeing a bear are probably pretty minimal. There are snowmobile trails up there, and they're also in this area here, so check that out. But there's some beautiful places just to walk. You can even just walk around the streets, and it's just a lovely environment to just take a stroll. And I noticed there's a Cake Studio Bakery there. I didn't even know that was there. So some of the funny things that pop up on your map. So that's a little bit about the local area, about Moonstone. And like I said, about an hour and a half from Toronto. So another place that you might want to check out, and this is a lovely forest. You can see the photo here. It's called Copeland Forest, and we're up here at Moonstone. So to get to Copeland Forest, all you do is you come down this Mount St. Louis Road, which is right here. Pretty sure that's the Mount St. Louis Road. Yeah, you're going to make a left on line 4, and that will take you under the Highway 400, and you'll go straight into Copeland Forest there. Again, take your phone. Again, pretty good cell signal. There are, I don't know, I would guess hundreds of kilometers of trails and lots of things going in this big beautiful space. Beautiful mountain biking, great for hiking, little things to discover. So I know that's a very popular spot, and it's not far from Horseshoe down here, which I'll come to in a moment. Next is the town of Coldwater, and as you can see, the town of Coldwater is only about 7 minutes from the chalet, and all you need to do is just jump back onto Highway 400. It's fly up the highway, and you'll take an exit here. In Coldwater, it's the biggest sort of town near to where we are. There is a beer store. There is a couple of gas stations. There's a LCBO. There's a Foodland right here. I think that's open till 7 or 8 o'clock in the winter and a little bit later in the summer, but check the dates there. There's a great pizza place called Bosco's Pizza here in town somewhere. There's a country style there where you can grab a coffee. There's Bosco's Pizza right there. I'll talk about that in a sec. And there is also a great golf course called Bonaire, and that's just there, just out of town. So you can check that out. Anyway, lots of there's banks and everything that you'll need in Coldwater. So often when the guests come up, they'll go into town, they'll grab a pizza at Bosco's, and then they will grab some food at the supermarket and head back to the chalet. So, or they might call through Barrie on the way and go to the Costco. There's a good Costco here just off Maple View, somewhere along here. There's Maple View. There's Costco right there. Okay. And that's, so you're just off the highway, you just pull in, and if you're a Costco member, you can jump in and grab some stuff there. We usually stack, if we're heading up there for a week or two, we'll call into Costco and grab a whole heap of stuff that we don't really need and spend $700 instead of $200. But anyway, that's what Costco does. Back in Coldwater, there's M's Cafe, which is a lovely cafe. It's been there for a few years now. Really lovely staff, beautiful food, great coffee. Nice spot just to hang out. There's a lot to see and do in Coldwater. Actually, we find ourselves there a lot, and there's some museums and some really cool little places. So it's a little bit lost in time, and it's just perfect. We love it. I mentioned Bosco's Pizza before, which is terrific. You can call up there and order something and go pick it up. I don't think they deliver, but that's like I said, when guests come up and they want something yummy and quick on the first night, they normally go to Bosco's and grab a pizza. Speaking of pizza and great food, you can go to the Moonstone Cafe here. And, oh no, this is Warminster. Sorry, I'll come back to that. Okay, so there's Coldwater, and this town here is Warminster. So we like to say we're sort of halfway between Coldy and Warmy. Anyway, the Warminster is on the road to Aurelia. Right, so here's Aurelia over here on Lake Couchiching, just above Lake Simcoe. And Aurelia is it's a bigger place now. It's a sort of a regional city, I guess you'd say. And one of the things that I like about Warminster, that's pretty cool, that not everybody knows, is there is a gas station here and called the AMCO, and it is a LCBO kind of sub license, or I don't know what you'd call it, but it's one of these, I think it's one of these sub-licenses that has been grandfathered in. So point being, I think that the LCBO is normally open when the gas station's open. So if you can't get your beer and wine at the Lickbo, if it's shut, then head over to Warminster or check out that AMCO station there. That is normally open for pretty good hours, and the gas prices are pretty competitive there as well. So Horseshoe Valley is a ski resort, so it's about 14 minutes from Moonstone, and just looks like you don't even need to go on 400, although you can, but it's probably easier just to stick it in your Waze app or Google Maps and you'll find it. Horseshoe is a lovely spot for skiing. It's great family skiing. There's a terrific toboggan run there that's very popular. We normally do that around Christmas or New Year if we're up there. It's a very popular spot to go. The kids love it, and you can go in and get some rides, and it's a lot of fun. You ride in the tubes down the hill. So and there's a nice bar there and restaurant. You can call in, have a drink, have a meal after you've been skiing. So Horseshoe Valley is a lot of fun. What else do we have? Okay, the town of Aurelia looks like it's about 22 minutes from the chalet or from Moonstone. And Aurelia is a bigger city, as I mentioned, and you will find in Aurelia that you have pretty much everything you need. All the big superstores are there. You've got Costco. Here's Costco here on our side of town. So you just head over and you got on just off of Highway 11. Actually, you take this road here. There is a Walmart. There's a Staples. There is pretty much everything you need. So this is kind of new Aurelia, although you can go down here to old Aurelia and you can check out the Lakeshore Front Street, take a walk along there. It's really nice. I find it nice sort of any time of year. And if you're venturing further east at this point, you're heading over now into the Kawarthas. So this is a day drive, and you can head over here Like Kirkfield from the chalet would be probably another half hour, so you can be into the Coworthers inside in about an hour or about an hour and a half, something like that, if that's something that you want to do. In Aurelia is a store called Country Produce. So our guests often ask us if there's a farmer's market. There are farmer's markets scattered around in the summer, more so, and there's some close to town, some close to the chalet that you'll be able to learn more about. But this one here is a beauty, and there's lots of fresh meats, chickens, pre-made foods, basically anything that you want. It's a really good store, very popular with the locals. So to get there, you're simply coming in. I think this is called the Coldwater Road. In fact, it's written right there, the Coldwater Road. So you're heading back from Coldwater. Watch out for the OPP here. They strictly observe these speed limits and stop signs and everything, and they will be all over you like a rash if you're speeding. So just giving you the heads up. But the Country Produce store is a good get. You can do some a little bit more expensive, but lovely fresh food, fresh produce, beautiful steaks, and that sort of thing there. So definitely check that out. Okay, what else we got? Casino Rama. If you're into gaming, that's what do we got? 34 minutes from the chalet, not far away. And there's a number. That's the best way to get there. Just so you're crossing the bridge, coming back through on that Coldwater Road, crossing the bridge, and then heading to Casino Rama. They've got all sorts of gaming there. They have some big name bands and acts there on a regular basis, so you can just go to their website and check out what's happening with that. Quite often guests come up and they're seeing a show there, or there's something going on, and they make a weekend of it and hang out at the casino. So that's pretty close, and that's something else you can do. The Trent 7 Waterway, I just mentioned this because some people might find this interesting. The Trent 7 Waterway runs from the St. Lawrence Seaway here, and I just got this map online, and it runs all the way across Ontario through Peterborough, Beausoleil Island here where it comes out. So there's Aurelia, so we're in about right there, Moonstone. But boats from around the world actually come right through here. So if you keep going, obviously, out the St. Lawrence, you'll go into the Atlantic Ocean. So it comes through Picton, Belleville, Fenelon Falls, which is a beautiful town, Kirkfield that I just mentioned before, through Aurelia, so and out to Beausoleil Island, which is on Georgian Bay. So one of the things that you can do there is you can check out the Big Chute. There's the Big Chute, and that is about 30 minutes. So the Big Chute is where they have these amazing different lifts and locks and different things or the Big Chute is a lift, but obviously with the changes in height for the water, etc., there needs to be locks and lifts, so to make the Trent 7 Waterway run. So that's something to see. It's a beautiful little drive. Look at all the water up there. It's magic. So just go up through Port 7 and you can hook your way in and around there. Not a lot to do. There are some First Nations stores and things in around there if you want to adventure. But it's just a very, very scenic drive to be able to check things out. Wasaga Beach is great for taking the kids for a swim, or just, it's a lovely big, I think it's one of the biggest beaches in the province. So that's only about 30 minutes, I think, from where we are, 32 minutes from Moonstone, and you can see it's on Georgian Bay, and it's a lovely spot in the summer. We sometimes go over there in the winter. In the summer, though, there's some typical beach stores here, like you can buy, beach wear and stuff like that, and just check it out. It's a pretty cool place to be. Where is it? Along there, I think. Yeah, along that front run. People come up to go to concerts at Burles Creek, which is about 30 minutes from the chalet. So you can see Burles Creek. They have some big names there. Rolling Stones were there last summer. And those of you who are into concerts and going to see live music will probably know about Burles Creek, and it's a popular place for guests, or the chalet is pretty popular with people who want to go to events. I think I've probably covered off everything. Wasaga Beach I mentioned, the Big Chute. There's just a heap to see and do. It's very quiet, it's very private, and we hope that you just get the most out of it. Check it out. Like I said, we're always around. If you've got any questions, let us know.